Massachusetts native Alissa Musto was living out her dream as a cruise ship performer. But when the coronavirus nightmare halted cruising, she found an unexpected silver lining when she returned to her childhood home.
40 days stuck out at sea, but just a prayer to comfort me.
Sheltering at home during a pandemic was the last thing the three Musto siblings thought they'd be doing. Just a few months ago, Will and Olivia were in college, while their older sister Alissa was traveling the world as a cruise ship entertainer.
I was living my dream. I was getting to see the most beautiful, exotic destinations. And then at night, I went on stage and got to perform for thousands of people.
But in January 2020, news outlets started covering the coronavirus outbreak. There wasn't an immediate threat to her ship, but by March, that all changed.
We got to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and the captain made an announcement that the cruise would end and that passengers needed to disembark and get home. So that's when I realized, like, okay, this is really urgent.
The next day, Alissa returned to her parents' home, scared and jobless. But she was lucky. Other cruise lines quarantined their passengers indefinitely.
I'm heartbroken, but now I realize how lucky I was to be able to get home when I did, because shortly after the CDC issued a no-sail order.
Once again, living under the same roof with her siblings has been challenging.
This is our first time living all together since I left for college, which was 7 years ago, and it's definitely been an adjustment.
It's hard getting some bathroom time. It's hard, there's a little bit more of a mess in the kitchen, but it's been great so far. I'm happy that they're back.
I had moved back home in December, so I was getting kind of used to being the only child. And then these two come back, and it was like, oh my God.
Alissa has always expressed herself through her music. While sheltering at home, she invited Will and Olivia into the creative process.
I got the inspiration for House Still based on the experience of my friends and colleagues that are still on board those cruise ships.
The talented trio produced the entire song themselves.
I like to say we were like a record label working in here. Will and I are working on the chords, doing the songwriting part. Olivia is doing the mixing, the mastering, upstairs and in her bedroom, her studio.
Once the song was completed, they created a concept for a music video.
We took our iPhones and our lights and watched some YouTube tutorials, and we went to the local beach and started filming.
Alissa reached out to her cruise community on Facebook and asked them to submit a personal message.
We had dozens of people from around the world, all different departments, all different positions, and all different messages.
2 weeks later, the song and video were completed and posted on social media.
The response has been great. I sent it to all my friends, of course, I shared it everywhere, and all my friends, they love it. Our dad was like, I can't believe that this song came out of my house.
It really is great to show insights of how something like that takes place. It's not just one person putting together a song, but it definitely takes a team.
We're at 17,000 views online, which is exciting. So that's just been motivation for this to be the start of something.
With their first collaboration behind them, the Musto siblings look forward to creating more music together.
It's not just me and my music anymore. This is something that we all have. We can all, start to make happen.
The Mustos motivate us to find inspiration through adversity. Thanks, guys.